Nathan Lewis was a young man who lived in the countryside, in a quiet town surrounded by green fields and farms. Life in that region was simple, but he hated the hard work in the field. He had always been lazy and spent most of his time daydreaming, imagining an easier and more comfortable life somewhere far away. Nathan's family, who had been working in agriculture for generations, did not understand the young man's stance and worried about his future. His father, a middle-aged man with calloused hands and a weary expression, often scolded him. "Nathan, my son, you need to learn to appreciate hard work and life in the countryside. This is what ensures our livelihood." Nathan's mother, a kind and dedicated woman, tried to defend him. "My dear, he is still young and finding his way. I am sure he will find his purpose soon." Nathan, however, was not swayed by the advice and reprimands. One day, tired of the monotonous routine and constant criticism, he decided it was time to seek a more peaceful and prosperous life in the big city. He announced his decision during a family dinner. "Father, Mother, I have decided to leave. I am going to the big city in search of a better life, far from the countryside and all this hard work," he said, with determination. His father stared at him with sadness and concern in his eyes. "Nathan, are you sure about this? The big city is a tough place, and life there is not as easy as you think." Nathan's mother, with tears in her eyes, tried to console her husband. "Let him go, my love. Maybe this is what he needs to learn to appreciate what we have here." With a mixture of fear and hope, Nathan packed his bags and set off for the big city, leaving behind his life in the countryside and the family that had always loved and supported him. He was determined to find a more peaceful and prosperous life, without imagining the challenges that awaited him. Upon arriving in the city, Nathan was dazzled by the lights, the imposing buildings, and the hustle and bustle of the people. He felt a mixture of excitement and apprehension, but he was determined to do well in this new world. Quickly, however, Nathan encountered the harsh urban reality. With no professional experience or contacts, he struggled to find a job. With each interview and failed attempt, the hope for an easier and more comfortable life crumbled. One day, as he walked through the streets of the city, he spotted a construction site in progress and decided to try his luck at least to support himself while he couldn't find a better job. He approached the construction foreman and introduced himself. "Hello, my name is Nathan. I'm looking for work and would like to know if you have any openings for a bricklayer's assistant." The construction foreman, a burly man with a serious expression, studied Nathan for a few moments and replied, "All right, young man. I'll give you a chance. But know that the work here is heavy and requires dedication." Nathan, relieved to have found a job, thanked him and started working the next day. However, his colleagues soon noticed his laziness and lack of willingness for physical work. They began to mock him, making jokes and nasty comments. "Hey, Nathan, it looks like you've never picked up a shovel in your life," laughed one of them. "Did you just sleep in the countryside?" Another taunted, while the others laughed. Nathan tried to ignore the comments, but they shook his self-esteem and reinforced the feeling that life in the city was not as easy as he had imagined. The days dragged on, and he felt increasingly discouraged and unhappy, not realizing that his quest for a peaceful life would lead him down a winding and challenging path. One day, during lunchtime, Nathan picked up an old newspaper to line the floor and lay down. That's when a news story caught his attention, the story of Olivia Morris, a wealthy widow who had recently lost her husband. Nathan saw a perfect opportunity there to change his life and make it big. Nathan spent hours studying Olivia's life and the places she frequented. He decided that he would transform himself into a successful businessman to win her over. He invested his savings in elegant clothes, rented a luxury car, and created a fake profile on social media, filled with photos of trips and sophisticated events. After a few days of preparation, Nathan put his plan into action. He began to frequent the same environments as Olivia, such as art galleries, fine restaurants, and high society parties. On one of these occasions, he finally had the chance to approach her. "Good evening, ma'am. Forgive my boldness, but I couldn't help but notice your elegance and beauty. My name is Nathan, a successful entrepreneur in the real estate business," he introduced himself, extending his hand. Olivia, charmed by Nathan's polite approach, replied, "Good evening, Nathan. I am flattered by your compliments. My name is Olivia. It's a pleasure to meet you." From that moment on, Nathan used all his charm and false success story to win Olivia over. They began dating, and in no time, Nathan managed to infiltrate the life of the wealthy widow. To steal her inheritance, he went one step further and proposed working in Olivia's millionaire company. "Olivia, my love, I would like to help you run the company. I know I can contribute with my experience and knowledge in business," Nathan suggested, during a romantic dinner. Olivia, already in love and confident in her partner, accepted the offer. "Nathan, I appreciate your concern, and I am sure your help will be valuable to the company. Let's work together, my love." With that step taken, Nathan now had direct access to Olivia Morris's empire and the possibility of executing his plan to steal her inheritance, not imagining that his ambition and greed would lead him to a dark fate. Nathan, working at Olivia's company, began to embezzle money meticulously and discreetly. Meanwhile, he cheated on his wife with other women, always believing he was in control of the situation. Olivia's friends began to notice changes in the company and Nathan's behavior. Worried, they tried to warn her. "Olivia, dear, I've noticed some strange things happening in the company, and I've also heard rumors about Nathan," said one of her friends, hesitantly. Olivia, blind with love, ignored the warnings. "You are mistaken. Nathan is a wonderful man and is doing a great job at the company. I don't believe in gossip." Despite her friends' concerns, Olivia and Nathan got married in a simple ceremony, filled with love and joy. However, the thefts and betrayals continued, and Nathan's behavior became increasingly bold. One day, Olivia found suspicious documentation in her office. Worried, she sought Cameron, a family friend and lawyer, to help her clarify the situation. "Cameron, I found these documents at the company, and I'm worried. Can you review them for me?" Olivia asked, her voice trembling. Cameron agreed to help her and began a thorough investigation. In addition to confirming suspicions of embezzlement and affairs, he discovered that Nathan was not a wealthy real estate businessman as he had claimed but rather a country boy. Intrigued, Cameron decided to visit Nathan's parents to investigate further. "Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Lewis, I'm Cameron, a lawyer and friend of Olivia's family, your son Nathan's wife. I'm investigating some incidents and would like to know more about his past," the lawyer said. Nathan's parents, surprised, revealed that he was a lazy young man who had abandoned country life in search of an easier life in the big city. Cameron thanked them and returned to the city, taking with him the valuable information he had obtained. After weeks of investigation, Cameron presented Olivia with the shocking findings. "Olivia, I'm sorry, but Nathan has been embezzling money from the company and forging documents. Moreover, I found out he's been involved with other women and is not who he claimed to be. He is, in fact, a country boy looking for an easier life. I know it's hard, but you need to face the truth." Olivia was devastated by the news, feeling betrayed and humiliated. With the help of Cameron and her friends, she decided to confront Nathan and seek justice, exposing his true identity and ending his reign of lies and betrayals. After some time, the occasion arose for Nathan to receive an award for his supposed exemplary management of Olivia's companies. The gala night was filled with elegance and luxury, everything he had always imagined and desired. The event was attended by various influential and important personalities, and Nathan felt proud to be part of that select group. The guests, dressed in their finest attire, settled at their richly decorated tables, while the master of ceremonies, with his impeccable suit and striking voice, announced the winners in various categories, generating murmurs and applause from the audience. Finally, Nathan's long-awaited moment arrived. The master of ceremonies called his name, announcing him as the great honoree of the evening for his excellent work in managing Olivia's companies. With a confident and satisfied smile on his face, Nathan rose from his chair and walked through the hall under the admiring gazes of those present. Applause echoed through the hall as Nathan climbed the stage steps and walked to the center, where the master of ceremonies awaited him with the gleaming trophy in hand. With an even broader smile, Nathan extended his hand to receive the award, believing it to be the pinnacle of his success and recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that we present this award to Nathan for his excellent work in managing Olivia's companies," announced the master of ceremonies, enthusiastically. However, just as Nathan reached out to receive the trophy, an audio began to echo through the hall. In it, Nathan spoke ill of Olivia, scheming and giving instructions to corrupt people, ensuring that his thefts remained hidden. To everyone's surprise, videos of Nathan with various women, betraying Olivia, also began to be projected on the walls of the hall. The atmosphere fell silent, all eyes turned to Nathan, who paled, his face showing the horror of the situation. Olivia, then, with firm steps and a determined look, climbed onto the stage and took the microphone from the master of ceremonies' hands. With a sarcastic smile and looking directly at Nathan, she said, "I believe that everyone in this hall shares the same astonishment and disappointment that I feel as I unveil that our esteemed Nathan, whom we all believe to be an honest and dignified man, in fact, masked his true face, hiding betrayals and nefarious acts. So, Nathan, the curtain falls, and your theater of deception comes to an end." At that moment, the police entered the hall, making their way through the shocked guests and heading to the stage. The officers handcuffed Nathan, who was in disbelief and shame, his gaze begging for understanding and mercy. He, who felt so powerful and deserving of being among important people, now left handcuffed in front of everyone, facing the looks of disappointment, disapproval, and even pity from those present, as he was led to the police car, under the flashes of cameras from journalists covering the event. Without the right to the inheritance and now behind bars, Nathan found himself in a completely different world than he had planned. During his time in prison, he had to learn the hard way that life was not as easy as he had imagined. Among the other inmates, Nathan heard stories that made him reflect on his choices and the consequences of his actions. "Nathan, life in here isn't easy, but somehow, we learn to value the important things," one inmate told him. "That's true, man. I also thought I could live life cunningly, but look where I ended up," another inmate said. Nathan then replied, "I should have listened to my family and friends. Now, I'm paying the price for being greedy and dishonest." Nathan's story serves as a reminder that the pursuit of an easy life and a lack of honesty can lead to ruin, while hard work and integrity are essential for building a dignified and meaningful life. This lesson was engraved in Nathan's mind, and he began to rethink his choices and value the things that really mattered in life. So, guys, did you like this story? If so, don't forget to leave your like on the video and share it with your friends. And stay tuned, because the next video is already appearing on the screen. Let's discover together what fate has in store for other characters in our stories. See you later.